Eddie.
Right, Honourable Speaker, you have alluded to the fact that the institution of Parliament must be protected. And it is through the conduct of members that we are respected and what we put out. Honourable members, we did pass the Homosexual Act, and the Anti-Homosexual Act was passed by this House. And it was brought in good faith by the opposition. But I have been looking at the international press when we are being bashed that we could have been bought. Yet what we exercised was in accordance with the Constitution. The sovereignty of the people of the Constitution is done through the elected members of Parliament. That is Article 1. And we did it under Article 79. So, Right Honourable Speaker and members, we have what we call foreign policy. When any member of Parliament or a Ugandan has travelled, he must look at the national interest. And what national interest has been as provided for in in part 28 and in Article 8 of the Constitution. Wouldn't it be proper that foreign policy is adhered to, so that when you are a member of Parliament, when you are a Ugandan and you have travelled, you work in accordance with the Constitution on the national policy or national position? Because in this case, the national position is in accordance with the act that was passed by this Parliament. So when someone goes out and is the president of a party, and he thinks that even his own party did not do good in accordance with what he was, how do we protect our colleagues in the House who brought it and they were exercising the powers in accordance with the law? That one is a very bad practice. I thank you.
Thank you.
Right Honourable Speaker, thank you very much for referring us to Appendix F, the Code of Conduct. This House is only protected by us, how we conduct ourselves. And I want to join my brother from Kisoro, Honourable Kwizera, to share the pain. And we need guidance on how we shall conduct ourselves. If this House takes a decision on any matter, and then a political leader of any color or right says that particular group of people were either compromised, it leaves us, even after this Parliament, Right Honourable Speaker, you can be the Chief Justice, you can be anything. Your law peer can be a UN director, you can get into an international organization. Right Honourable, are you presiding over a house which is being compromised? Are you presiding over a house where, when laws are passed, they have partisan faces? The anti-homosexuality bill, which became law, was actually brought by Honorable Asman. Did the NRM MPs commit a suicide and a mistake to support that bipartisan law? Should we be castigated? Should we be traded off the integrity of this country because somebody wanted to access the visa? Right Honourable Speaker, is that fair for political leaders from Uganda to speak recklessly, carelessly about the image of this Parliament? Can it make us proud to be members of Parliament where we are compromised? I sympathize with those who call themselves on the other side. This is very painful. I feel like I'm crying.
The bill was brought by an opposition member and is even a president of a political party, that is Jema. And it was also seconded by opposition. And then the whole House supported for the good of this country. In the name of protecting the family, that was supported. The aspect of having cheap politics and trading the decision of a country, which is a national position, cannot be accepted by this country. And I am not going to ask First of all, the members of opposition that I have, led by Honorable Mpuga, were not compromised by anybody. And they don't work for President Museveni. They are opposition members, and you cannot go there and claim that these members are working for President Museveni. They acted on their own way for the good of the people of Uganda, not for smaller envelopes. The only person that we know did not support, we know. But the rest of the people, that is Honorable Fox. The rest we know supported this bill, and opposition is not compromised. If he's compromised, that is his business. Our members have integrity to protect. And I'm not going to ask Honorable Loeb to make a statement on that because he's not a party to it. Yes?
Thank you, Right Honorable. The weekend, we watched with horror on our television sets as once again China is coping with a new viral infection which is now affecting children. And I think they have gone back to masks again. And this is where we are trying to find out from the Minister of Health whether we are actually prepared on this matter.
Is it on communication?
No, it's a bit of an important matter.
How is it related to what I talked about?
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, homosexuality.
Right Honourable Speaker and honourable members, I want to remind ourselves the day we passed the Anti-Homosexuality Act.
I thought we had made a ruling on that. Commissioner, we have made a ruling on that. That's a very small thing. We can't discuss what somebody was discussing in the corridors of London because somebody wants to get handouts. Yes?
Much obliged, Right Honourable Speaker.
Yes, Gemma?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I rise on a matter of national importance regarding the impending sale of Muslim properties, including the National Mosque at Gaddafi.
So you've gone to national importance?
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker.
Okay.
Yes, I was very clear it's a matter of national importance, Right Honourable
Okay.
Speaker, with your indulgence. Right Honourable Speaker, as we are all aware, there is an impending sale of Muslim properties, including Gaddafi National Mosque. This matter, Right Honourable Speaker, has political and security ramifications.
Isn't that matter in court?
Right Honourable Speaker, it is in court, and I'm not discussing the court aspect because I am seized with knowledge on sub judice. I am trying to ask
Can
Right
I
Honourable
hear
Speaker.
from my former lecturer?
May I land, Right Honourable Speaker? You allow me to land. Maybe you will.
He will help you to learn.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I believe this matter is really sub judice, and it can only be brought in your office for consideration because it may invoke even partisan and sentimental issues in the House, which cannot be clearly discussed and resolved here. We all are at pains for what is happening, but I think the proper fora to discuss this matter is not, or forum is not this House at this stage.
Daddy, can I hear from you?
Well, it presents tremendous difficulty on my part, but I can say, Right Honourable Speaker, one, the rules require that only you have the power to decide whether a matter is sub judice or not. Number two, you can only make that decision after hearing the contents of what the member is presenting.
I suspected you to say that. Yes, Honorable Asuman, you had asked me for permission to bring the two parties to my office. I'm still waiting for the two parties so that we have a discussion and we see how we can learn on this matter. Okay.
Right, Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you and to thank my brother, the Honourable Segona, for putting proper context.
Also thank Yusuf.
No, I respectfully disagree with the opinion of my teacher, Yusuf Nsibambi. Actually, the opinion of my teacher is not what the rules state. It is the position of Segona that captures the rules. So I respectfully disagree with him. Right, Honourable Speaker, I want to find out from government whether this is a matter they have interested themselves into, whether it is a matter that concerns them, that a national treasure, Right Honourable Speaker, Gaddafi National Mosque is not only the headquarters of Muslims in this country, it is also one of the biggest mosques. It's also a tourist site. Those of you who have been there, on a daily basis, people are coming from across the world to visit that treasure. In light of what is happening, I want to find out whether this is a matter that government has taken interest into and the possible political, spiritual, and security ramifications that may arise out of a sale of Muslim property.
Matter which concerns all of us, and in particular government. I'm saying that because right now, Ministry of Gender is looking for some 2 billion to renovate that mosque. But I want to say, like the land Honorable Nsibambi said, that this is a matter in court, there is no way we can start discussing it here. But we are aware and it concerns us.
There is a procedure matter.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, my simple guidance from you is that, yes, the honourable member has brought a matter that really needs this House to be understood or discussed. But then now that he has brought it, isn't it prudent that we give government time to bring a proper statement, to give us facts of both sides before we even open the matter for discussion?
Honourable members, I am happy that Honourable Osman has made us to understand, to know, not actually understand, to know what is happening with the Muslim property. And the issue is also before court. And then government is also now aware. So we'll wait to hear from court and from government. But if there is a way we can handle it without really going to its conclusive position in court, then we should. Government really take an interest in it. Eh? Yeah, take an interest in that.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker.
But you members, when business is flowing, we have very important things coming up. You start procedure, order, information.
Business is flowing, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, and thank you for the opportunity.
Ebwalu. Yes?
Right Honourable Speaker, I am wearing this orange scarf. As you are aware, we are within the 16 days of activism, and specifically trying to see how to end violence against women. Right Honourable Speaker, last week the Minister presented a statement on the floor of this House, and yesterday as the Uganda Women's Parliamentary Association and the National Association of Women Organizations of Uganda and Oxfam, we held a meeting in the conference hall. And in that meeting, we had girls brought from Karamoja. I'm raising this, Right Honourable Speaker, because one testimony from a 12-year-old girl was that there were 300 girls in school, and most of them escaped because their parents wanted to marry them off
So
at an early age.
what procedure matter is that?
The procedural issue that I'm raising, Right Honorable Speaker, is that you suspended debate on the minister's statement and did indicate that we shall be able to debate that statement. And Right Honorable Speaker, I'm wondering, this is the procedural issue that I'm raising, when would it not be procedural right for you to inform us of the date when we shall be able to discuss this statement from the minister? Because the issue of shelters is an important aspect.
Honorable Member, I don't work like a that it will be on Monday and that is that, period. No. We'll look at what is on the order paper and then we assess whether, because the date ends on 10th, we shall discuss it. And the violence against women is also on the men. Next item.
Item 3, Bills first reading, the Sugar Amendment Bill 2023.
Honorable members, government seeks to amend the Sugar Act 2020 to establish Uganda Sugar Industry Stakeholders Council. However, I also note that 4 years after the enactment of the Sugar Act, the Sugar Board, which was a creature of Section 13 of the Act, has never been established. However, the matter will be interrogated in the committee. So we'll allow the minister to bring the bill for the first reading, and then the rest will be interrogated in the committee. Honorable Minister, I was actually surprised when some MD called me and said, there is a member of parliament who has come, that you've sent him for something for you. And I want to encourage members, I want to encourage the public that we put a suggestion box in the clerk's office, that floor. Let's have all those messages put in that suggestion box. We must protect the integrity of this institution. And I've always told you, we should leave this institution better than the way we got it. When you hear people saying Parliament is corrupt, cooperatives, the money of cooperatives was not 11th Parliament. It was 9th and 10th Parliament. For you, you're clean people. They ate the money of cooperatives, now they start saying 11th Parliament. For us, let's protect this institution. Let's get out of that. Sometime, when you conduct yourself in a polite way, people think you're just, but I want us to stand firm and ensure we do what is right for the institution and leave the rest to God. Let's do what we have been sent to do, and we'll be able to handle this institution. And as leaders, we ought to conduct ourselves in a manner that aids unity and cohesion. We've had scenarios in this house where we get a lot of hot debates. For me, I have told you several times, however hot a debate is, it will only bother me when I reach that door. It stops there. I get out of there, I live another life. You did not start this country, and you'll not be the one to end. But let's work for our people without putting in personal feelings, emotions. Let's have intellectual debate. I wish you a nice deliberation. Engaging in financial decisions that embed the objectivity in discharge of their duties, or sometimes conducting themselves in a manner that erodes public trust and confidence in the institution of legislature. Those are the code of conducts that I want you to know. Yes, government?